coming up in this week's episode. This week we are continuing our great Eastern Drive journey with another spectacular coastal road trip from Bicheno to the Bay of Fires.
Including beautiful seaside villages, a local's favourite seafood restaurant, a unique nighttime wildlife experience, one of Tasmania's tallest waterfalls, a day trip through the countryside, crystal clear swimming rock pools, endless white sand beaches, Paul's delicious ocean trout on the Weber,
Yummo!
and more of Tassie's fantastic free off-grid campgrounds.
Now remember to grab your free road trip itinerary quick guide from our website, thefeelgoodfamily.com.
And grab yourself a copy of our fully comprehensive ebook to start planning your visit to Tassie's spectacular East Coast.
All right, it's time to grab a drink. Let's do it. How good does this fish look? It is Tasmanian ocean trout, freshly caught here on the east coast of Tassie. We actually picked this up at our last location back there at Coles Bay Fish and Chippery. It is absolutely fresh. I've just given it a light spray with some olive oil. We're going to chuck it on the Weber. Now, never done this before. Quite often you would have seen, if you watch our show, salmon's on the menu at least once every fortnight. So the ocean trout, I can't wait to try. We've preheated the Weber for about 10 minutes on a high heat and then reduce the heat down to medium. I'm then going to cook it skin side up and leave it on there for about 7 minutes, and then I'm going to flip it over and cook it for about 12, maybe 15 minutes. I'll check it as we're going and it should be perfect. Katie's got some veggies going on the grill inside, and she's also making a really wonderful dressing that will have lemon, a little bit of garlic, some capers and some olive oil. Delicious. Let's give it a go. Wish me luck.
Okay, rainy day in the caravan. We've got it all going on. We've got train tracks, Paul's editing, I'm trying to get some work done. It's all happening. It's lunchtime. We're going to make up this dressing for the ocean trout. Super easy. I'm about to warm just a little bit of olive oil and some garlic on the stovetop. Jasper and I are going to squeeze some lemon juice in. I'm going to add some baby capers and a little shake of chili flakes, I think, and that'll be our delicious dressing for our fish. All right, Jasper, you ready to squeeze?
Yes.
Squeeze, muscle man. Oh, so good.
Some capers, the next step on our yummy little dressing.
Who else loves capers? Oh, I love capers, salty little delicious morsels of goodness.
They are so good.
Our third ingredient.
Some chili flakes.
Yes. Bit of spicy.
Bit of spicy. Yum all. Just a little one.
That one? Like a teaspoon-ish one?
Yeah, perfect. And then hold on to your handle.
I need it at a side. And now let's stir.
I'm cheating with the garlic. It's just the crushed garlic out of the jar. But you can do it with a full garlic clove too, apparently. And just heating it up so that it's a warm dressing over the fish.
I gotta go flip my fish. I'll be back.
All right, good luck.
Hopefully.
Do you need a hand?
Okay, here we go. The truth is in the tasting. It does look alright though, doesn't it? You probably saw there that it did stick to the Weber. So with salmon, I always cook it skin down. This called for the ocean trout to be skin up. So I'm not sure if I've read that wrong, or if you've got a tip where you could tell me how to not get it to stick like that to where it kind of ended up a bit of a dog's breakfast, but that's alright. I'm sure it's going to taste perfect. Katie's dressing is going to be wonderful. I actually love how the skin turned out. It is literally like crackling. And I've already had a bit of that because Katie doesn't like that, and it is delicious. Alright, let's give it a go.
It was pretty good, actually.
It is good. I just love it. How good is the seafood here in Tassie? The sun is shining here in Bicheno. We've enjoyed an awesome overnighter at the Bicheno East Coast Holiday Park. Of course, Bicheno is famous for their little penguins, but also for that spectacular coastline and some amazing surf beaches as well.
Now, the park is centrally located to the little village and an easy walk down to the beach. They've got great green, grassy sites, a range of different cabins if you're not travelling with your RV, an excellent playground, and they have a vehicle wash bay, which is awesome.
And which we didn't use.
No, we didn't.
We should have.
No, but we spent our time down at the beach, and the beaches are gorgeous. Long stretches of white sand, these incredible granite boulders that are so unique to this part of Tasmania. Great rock pools for the kids to explore. The water is crystal clear, and Diamond Island is just beautiful and just off the coast, and actually accessible to walk over on the sandy quay at low tide.
Just make sure you get back before high tide.
Good tip.
Yeah, our tip really would be to head down there at sunset or sunrise to really take in this spectacular part of the coast. Okay, for dinner, we recommend the Lobster Shack. Okay. This looks like the place. Seafood, coffee, wine. What? Ice cream. Awesome. Welcome to the Lobster Shack, Tasmania, for ice cream. Now, this is famous for a lot of mainlanders that are heading to Tassie, in particular to the East Coast. We actually opted for the Blue Eye Special. Amazing. And Katie tried their seafood chowder,
Which was awesome and a first for me, so I highly recommend it.
It is a fantastic location too, just to sit and have a couple of drinks as well, as the restaurant is licensed.
And then we headed out last night for a really unique wildlife experience at Natureworld, which is located just a few minutes drive north of Bicheno town, for their Devils in the Dark tour. A truly unique wildlife experience for us. Now, we would recommend not to take really young children on this tour, but Jasper loved it, and it was a great opportunity to see very close Tasmanian devils enjoying their dinner and doing what they do naturally in the wild.
They've done an amazing job here of creating a hide. You actually feel like you're on the set of a David Attenborough.
Yes.
Devils in the dark. So good.
Another natural attraction here in Bicheno is the Blowhole behind us. We're going to go and check that out carefully, I think, in a minute, and then jump in the car and continue our travels up the east coast towards St Helens. But I think we'll stop an overnight at one of the many free camps along this stretch of coastline.
What do you think of that one? White Sands Estate and Iron House Brewery. This is an awesome location, spectacularly set on the coastline here. I tell you what, if you want the key to success, offer free camping and put in a brewery.
Yes, for sure. We have seen a steady stream of campers and customers coming and going. What's really great is that you can camp here for up to 48 hours for free if you are fully self-contained. Roll on in, pick a spot. We got a beautiful view looking out over the ocean. The Brew House Cafe is fantastic. We opted to head down there for some lunch yesterday when we arrived. The meals are huge and you can sit indoors or outdoors on the deck depending on the weather, and you can try a tasting paddle of some of their beers, their whiskies or their wines.
Something very cool in the design is that they've installed floor-to-ceiling glass panels in front of the brewery, so you can actually see the team busily crafting their perfect brew.
And another bonus is being able to make use of the resort-style pool. So when you are free camping for only $5 per swimmer per day, you can go and enjoy that heated pool. It was still a little bit chilly for me, but Jasper absolutely loved it, and he also took advantage of the great indoor playground. There's also a wonderful outdoor playground as well.
Something well worth doing is strolling the 300 metres down to that spectacular beach and those amazing white sands.
This really is a beautiful location for an overnight or two. We're about to hit the road, getting ourselves up to St Helens for a few nights to explore, and then we're going to go and do some camping at what we've been told is the best beachside camping in Tasmania at beautiful Binalong Bay. Time to give the Weber grill a little bit of a clean. We weren't 100% sure what to use because this is where you place your food. We certainly didn't want to be putting any of the toxic cleaners on here. So I've just made up in a base of water using our On Guard cleaner concentrate and some of our lemon essential oil, which is amazing for getting greasy and sticky things off just about anything. And it's actually working a treat. It's really just helping to break down all of the grease and fats, I suppose, from the fish that we cook on the grill. So hopefully they'll come up, well, probably not brand new, but at least a lot better than what they were. Good job, mate.
Mm.
Yeah, you can give him a spray.
Made it to St Helens, enjoying a couple of nights here. This is the largest township along this east coast. In fact, it's the second largest fishing port in Tasmania, famous for its deep sea fish and lobster. The actual waterfront is a beautiful area that you can walk the entire length of down there in Georges Bay. There's lots of restaurants to choose from and, of course, their fish and chipperies.
It's a bustling town, but it's got this really laid-back vibe, and there's plenty of shops to browse through, cafes and restaurants. There's even a great big IGA, which is awesome for picking up all of your groceries. We stopped for a coffee this morning at Raider, which is next to the Providore, and also the Giants mountain bike stall.
Yes, and it was very cool to run into Richard. He's a regular viewer for the Feel Good Family every Sunday night on YouTube, and he's moved himself here to St Helens because of the mountain bike industry. It is absolutely booming. In fact, this is becoming a world-class destination because of their trailheads and what is on offer here for every spectrum of mountain biker.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, mountain biking is not our thing yet, but I'm really looking forward to coming back to Tassie, perhaps when Jasper's a little bit older, a little bit more confident on his bike, so that we can give some of these beginner and family-friendly trails a go.
A really good thing too is that you don't have to have your own bike because you can hire bikes from a couple of different stores that are located on the main street. Now, for anyone who has toured around Tasmania in need of a haircut, you would know that it is quite difficult to, one, find one and then have enough time to book in advance. Here in St Helens is the local barber. It's run by Natalie.
Yes, fellow Gold Coaster.
Yes, fantastic. And Jasper and I were able to walk straight in and get a good trim, much needed.
Yeah, you're looking good, doll.
Thank you.
Now, there are a couple of caravan parks here in town. We chose to stay at the Big Four for a couple of nights so that we could access the internet, be able to upload our podcast and YouTube episodes. This is a really great spot. It's known as the Quiet Alternative, and they cater for rigs of all sizes, including really big rigs. So there's a selection of different sites. We landed on what they refer to as an evergreen site with the AstroTurf. That's been so nice for Jasper to be able to have moments out here where he can play under the awning on the beautiful green grass. And they also have an excellent children's playground. They have a great recreation room and, of course, a jumping pillow that the little and big kids really love. And they have a great entry statement as you drive in.
Yes, now the jumping pillow, as you said, is for the big kids as well. I am certainly feeling it today. My hamstrings are screaming at me, but loads of fun. All right, our day trip yesterday was an easy 35 minutes drive out through the beautiful countryside, the rolling hills and the farmlands, to an area called Pyengana. It was here that we visited one of Tasmania's tallest waterfalls, one of the 60 short walks, in fact, incredibly short, and an absolutely stunning natural environment.
Hey guys, we're just about to check out St. Columba Falls. It's, well, only 600 metres. I guess this is the shortest walk we've ever done.
It is. All right, let's do it, family.
You say take me on a treasure hunt. I long for something new. Have you heard the fairies when they sing and dance? Oh, I wish it was me every night. When I close my eyes, I see beauty lives in me. I know I don't yet know it, so I trust you when you say that beauty lives in me.
St. Columba Falls, totally wow.
It sure is. It's one of Tassie's 60 great short walks, and at over 90 metres tall, this is one of Tasmania's highest waterfalls. It's spring-fed from 2 rivers, and apparently it never runs dry.
Hard to believe, but currently it is flowing at a rate of 42,000 litres per minute, each and every minute. And in the winter months, that can exceed well over 200,000 litres a minute.
I mean, it is impressive now. It would be remarkable to see it at that rate of water. This, I think, is one of the best waterfalls we have seen in Tasmania today. Absolutely beautiful.
Amazing.
I'm in for the fight. It's gonna take some time, but I know that beauty lives in me. I know I don't yet know it, so I trust you when you say that beauty lives in me too. Beauty lives in me. I know I don't yet know it, so I trust you when you say that beauty lives in me
Now, a good tip from us would be to stop at the Pyengana Dairy for some lunch. There are a couple of options out this way, but this one would be our choice. They've got a great cafe that looks out over the farmlands and their robotic dairy. Interestingly, they were the first farm in Australia to implement this technology that basically milks the cows without human help. The cafe is lovely. They serve up delicious meals. We enjoyed one of our favourite Tassie ice creams, and we loved the window that looks down into the cheese cellar where all of the cheeses are maturing, and of course they're famous for their vintage cheese.
Yes, we're going to be enjoying that a little later.
Wow. It's actually...
We could just buy that and gradually eat our way around Tasmania.
That's a great idea. Now, St Helens is known for its windy afternoons, and that is certainly what we're expecting right now. The best part of our day was actually this morning. So knowing that, we took advantage of that and headed straight over to the famous Binalong Bay. Wow. What a stunning location. There's a couple of cafes and restaurants dotted along the hillside, and then one of the best swimming holes that I think you would find in Tasmania.
Yes.
Family friendly, beautiful crystal clear water, and of course your first introduction to their famous orange coloured granite boulders. It's also worth popping your head into the Eco Tours Visitor Centre, located right next to this swimming spot, and you can grab a coffee there and sit outside on the hillside in what would be probably the best vantage point to look out across Binalong Bay and toward the Bay of Fires. Absolutely spectacular. Now, the weather is quite windy this afternoon, and this morning was quite hazy, and that was due to some fires that they're experiencing a little further north. But still, absolutely beautiful. I think on a blue sky day, this would be a postcard.
Okay, we are going to get ourselves packed up this afternoon so that we can hitch up early tomorrow morning for a few nights free camping up on the Bay of Fires. There are quite a few free camps over there to choose from. Hopefully we get a really good sight.
Yes, fingers crossed. Hello there.
Hi.
How good is this? We're at St Helens. This water is provided for the use of campers and visitors to our area. We're an RV-friendly town. Don't you love that? It is a really great idea, actually, because we are heading out to the Bay of Fires. No potable water access there. There are drop toilets facilities, and of course you can use the ocean if you need a... but water here, fantastic. Fill up your tanks before you go. It's a bit of a grey sky day. Hopefully the weather's going to improve. And again, hopefully we're actually going to get a campsite. It was completely chockers over the weekend, so here's to fingers crossed. Wish us luck. Too fast. Oh my gosh. How's Mum going?
Good.
Let's go check her out.
Here I come.
Well, this is nice and cozy.
Cozy corner, baby.
And windy.
A little bit windy, is it?
Ooh, you know what that means, Daddy.
Yeah.
Windy night. Parents' delight. Righto, let's do
I
it.
want to take my ball. I want to
Oh.
take my bouncy ball.
Here comes the sun, little darling.
Here comes the sun, little darling. Here comes the sun, and I said it's alright.
Little darling, it's been a year since you've been here. We are wrapping up our east coast of Tasmania adventure with a stay at the Bay of Fires. We are actually at the campground known as Cozy Corner North. Now, arguably the best cozy place to camp here in the Bay of Fires. There are a few campgrounds along here to choose from, but only a couple that can really facilitate bigger rigs like ours.
Yeah, there are a number of campgrounds scattered along this coastal stretch, so definitely jump onto Wikicamps and do your research before you come. It really is so beautiful here. You can see why it is so popular. Our tip, if you are coming in a peak season, over summer or on a long weekend, would be to get here early.
Like a month early.
It is not just a tourist favourite, it is definitely a locals favourite as well, and we have been told the fishing here is awesome, so you'll have a lot of people to contend with to get a sight.
I think you also just have to be okay with the fact that come 3 or 4 o'clock, you get pretty close to your neighbours. I think...
Cosy corner does.
Exactly, yeah. The camping etiquette kind of goes out the window and you get to know your neighbours pretty well. But look, everyone's really here for the same thing, and that is that spectacular coastline, the Bay of Fires. People have a bit of a misconception around the name of the Bay of Fires, we found out.
Yes, well, even I thought that it was named after that beautiful orange colour of the granite boulders, which actually is a lichen that grows on the boulders, but it wasn't. In 1773, early explorers, Captain Tobias Furneaux, named the Bay of Fires after he saw quite a number of fires lit along the coastline by the traditional owners, the Aboriginal people here, which made him believe that this country was densely populated.
Amazing, and that colour of the orange lichen is incredibly vibrant. Now, this beach and campsite is pet friendly, so you can bring your dogs with you. If you're going to walk them around at any point, they do have to remain on a lead.
And you can stay for up to 28 days, which is pretty awesome.
Yes, there are a couple of campsites here where people look to have been staying here for 28 years.
Why would you want to leave?
A couple of really good tips from us around safety would be that people tend to drive in and out of here incredibly quickly. I think it's because the space is limited, and so people are just thinking, I've got to get a campground. So if you've got little ones, kids running around, just be aware of that. The beach is not patrolled. And there are some pretty strong currents out there. However, some of the rock pools that are formed after high tide are fantastic. Jasper enjoyed that. And if you head to the very northern end of North Cozy Corner Beach, you can find a pretty calm swimming area there as well.
Hey guys, welcome back to Jasper's Great Adventures. Today we are at, well, Cozy Corners. It's actually in the place at Bay of Fires. It's 2 places. It's so beautiful.
And what's really great is that even though you feel very secluded in this beautiful coastal environment, you're really close to both St Helens, only 15 kilometres away, and Binalong Bay is only 5 kilometres away. So very easy to duck back into town to pick up any grocery items, fill up your water tanks, and utilise the dump point there as well.
Okay, let's wrap up with our highlights of this spectacular east coast of Tassie region. For me, it would have to be friendly beaches.
Yes, awesome campsite right on the beach, just spectacular. In fact, that whole Freycinet National Park area is just gorgeous, including Coles Bay.
Awesome. I'd also have to say Maria Island.
Yes.
The wildlife, again, that coastline. Amazing.
Yes, and of course here.
Yes.
Cozy Corner. How can you go wrong in Cozy Corner?
Love it. All right. For now, we will leave it at that. We will share a highlight reel for what's to come in next week's episode. That includes a birthday celebration for someone in the Feel Good family. For now, look after yourself, look after your family.
And happy trails.
Next week on Family Travel Australia. thanks for watching. Please do like, subscribe and share our channel. And if you'd like more information on full-time RV travel and living, visit our website, thefeelgoodfamily.com. There you'll find loads of free resources, our weekly podcast, caravan cooking recipes, our monthly Go RV magazine articles and much more. We look forward to seeing you next week. Take care of yourself and your family, and happy trails. Bicheno, this is. Let's just do another. Come on,
Here we go.
We've got to get
Okay.
out of here. Bicheno, 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 Bicheno.
Okay. Bicheno.
Bicheno.
Thank you, Jasper. Here we go.
3, 2.
Seriously, a couple of minutes walk down to those beautiful beaches or into. Did I say beaches?
You did. You said beaches. It's because you said yourself. Bicheno, Bicheno. You Santa Maria. What's wrong with you, woman? Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3.
Oh my God.
Wow, thanks, Jessa. Okay.
Here we go.
Wait for this car.
Why is it that some days are just so hard?
Some days diamonds, some days storm.
Okay.
Laundry room.
Lots of fun.
No, loads of fun. Get it? Like as in washing loads? Yeah. That's like a really bad dad joke, isn't it?
We've been here for a couple of nights, namely so that we could.
Wow.
Namely.
I don't know.
Where did that
I
come
have
from?
no idea what you're talking about. Let's try again. Take 14.
What am I going to say? How do I get into that without it being weird?
What's that?
The robots literally milk the cow without human help. So
If you're a cow.
it's really interesting.
Awesome.
Okay, sorry, here we go. Yeah, it's a great town. It's bustling, but it's got a really laid-back vibe. Plenty of shops and cafes to browse through. Can't browse through a cafe, can you?
Oh, wow. It's all those different coffee beans. Thank you. No, just browsing. Yeah. Oh, you got brown coffee? Oh, wow. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
All right, well, thanks.
Okay.